Have you ever felt like you're constantly chasing money, opportunities, or abundance, but no matter what you do, it just feels out of reach? What if I told you the secret isn't about chasing it at all, but realizing that supply is already within you? So let's talk about the law of supply and how it can transform the way you think about abundance. Today, I want to talk about something that could seriously shift your mindset and maybe even your life. It certainly has for me. And that something is the law of supply. If you've ever felt stuck or wondered why abundance flows so easily for others, then this one is for you. We are about to dive into what supply really is and how to start seeing it show up in your life. So, what is the law of supply? Let's start with the basics. The law of supply isn't about your supply or my supply. It's about the principle of supply. Supply isn't something that comes to you. It's something you already have. It's not about the money in your bank account or the things that you already own. Those are just the effects of supply, not supply itself. Think about a fruit tree. The fruit on the tree isn't the supply. It's actually the effect of the tree's invisible life force. The real supply is the life within the tree, pulling nutrients from the soil, the sun, and the rain. Even if the fruit is all gone, the tree's life force keeps creating more and more. Your life works the same way. Here's where most people get stuck. We think supply is something that has to come to us from either a job, a business, a partner, or even from God. But let me tell you, supply does not work like that. Supply isn't just out there somewhere waiting to find you. It's already within you. Let that sink in for a second. You are supply. You are supply. Your consciousness is the supply. Your wisdom is the supply. Your intelligence, your creativity is the supply. Like the tree, these are your roots that draw in everything you need. Whether it's money, opportunities, or connections, these are just effects of the invisible supply that is already flowing through you. And when you really understand this, it changes everything. Okay, so how do we tap into this and how do we activate this law of supply? It starts with two things. So step one, realizing what you already have. And step two, giving from that place. So going back to step one, recognizing your invisible supply. So we have to stop focusing on what we don't have and start asking ourselves the question, what is already in my life that I can use or share? Maybe it's our talent, an idea, or even just our time. Okay, now number two, start giving. Start giving. I know it sounds counterintuitive for some. How can you feel like you can start giving if you don't feel like you have anything to give, like you don't have enough? But giving isn't just about money. It could be as small as giving or offering a kind word, giving your attention, or just showing up to help somebody. When you start to pour, the flow begins. It's a spiritual principle. The more you give, the more you open yourself up to receive. But here's the kicker. You need to detach from the outcomes. We can't be giving and expecting to receive back. We can't give anything with the mindset that I'll get something back. True giving comes from a place of abundance. It comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of giving to give without any expectations in return. Trust me, if you can truly do that, it changes everything. The results will surprise you. And you may be wondering, well, how does this actually work? Well, the answer is simple. Your supply is tied to the infinite source of life itself. And when you stop thinking of supply as something outside of you and you start to recognize it as something within, you align with that flow. It's like a magnet. Your inner supply naturally begins to attract people, opportunities, and all the resources that you need. But it really can't flow if you are blocking that flow with your scarcity and your fear. We really create these limitations and the seeming lack in our life just by believing. So here's my challenge for you this week. Find one thing that you can pour out. Maybe you have an old pair of shoes that you don't wear anymore. Maybe you have a few extra dollars for a cause you believe in, or even just extra love and patience for someone who needs it. So open up that flow and watch what happens. And remember, it's not about the size of the gift or what you're giving. It is about the spirit and the intention behind it. So again, the law of supply isn't about money at all. That is just the effect. The law of supply is really all about living in alignment with that truth that you are already abundant. You are the life force, the roots, and the tree. And the fruit will follow naturally. So if this resonates with you, hit that like button and please let me know your thoughts in the comments below and tell me, what is one thing you are going to pour out this week? Let's start the conversation and support each other in creating more abundance. Love you all.